builds a quality line of 15-foot cutters that have lightning-fast blade tip speeds in excess of 15,000 feet per minute and applications in crop shredding and pasture or roadside maintenance. Our medium-duty RC35 series cutters are perfect for maintaining CRP ground and basic pasture maintenance. These cutters are built for budget-minded farmers and ranchers needing the dependable capacity to cut materials up to 1 1/2 inches in diameter season after season. Our RC5515 series is perfect for pasture and right-of-way clearing operations as well as regular cutting maintenance with a capacity to cut materials up to 3 1/2 inch in diameter. The smooth top design reduces maintenance time by helping to avoid a buildup of grass or crop residue on the top side or making it easier to clean off if cutting conditions do cause a buildup. For highly dependable continuous duty service in tough cutting conditions on highways or pastures, the extra heavy duty smooth top RC6515 will meet the challenge head on with 4-inch diameter cutting capacity. Whether you are choosing a 540 RPM model or a 1000 RPM model, Land Pride cutters are sure to offer the selection of performance features you'll want and need to get those cutting jobs done. Land Pride offers 3 types of hitches to make it easier on the tractor and cutter, while minimizing structural stresses and drawbar wear that may result from your specific mowing conditions. The Perma-Level clevis hitch comes standard on all 3 series of cutters. The double swivel clevis hitch, which swivels up and down and side to side, is a good choice for roadside and incline mowing conditions and is available for the 5515 and 6515 series. The bar-tight clevis, which is also available for the 5515 and 6515 series, swivels side to side and up and down and totally eliminates any drawbar wear, making it an excellent choice for commercial and municipal mowing applications. Dual adjustable leveling rods tie the tongue to the rear axle, allowing the cutter to maintain a level attitude and uniform cutting height over uneven ground. This also helps reduce potential drawbar wear. Maneuverability of 15-foot cutters is also important. The narrow tongue and hitch designs, along with a tapered swept-back leading edge of the center deck and wings, enable tight turns without coming into contact with the tractor's tires. Deck construction on our RC3515 Plainsman Series cutter incorporates heavy 10-gauge sheet metal, along with formed and welded topside, heavy-duty structural members running fore and aft to provide excellent durability and strength. This also leaves the underside of the deck clean and unobstructed for uniform distribution of cut material. 9-inch tall side skirts form a deep cutting chamber to handle heavy cutting conditions and are made of 1/4 inch thick material to stand up to unexpected obstacles in the cutting path. Double-deck smooth top construction is featured on the RC5515 Commander and the RC6515 Dominator series. The lower portion of the deck features extra thick 7-gauge construction, while the 10-gauge top deck sandwiches weld steel support members between the upper and lower decks for absolute superior strength. Land Pride's double-deck smooth top design provides a topside that looks good and clean and is easy to keep that way. This design also provides a clean underdeck cutting chamber with no exposed structural members to obstruct airflow and uniform distribution of cut material. The RC5515 and RC6515 also feature replaceable side skirts that are 1/4 inch thick and 12 inches tall, providing an extra deep cutting chamber to handle high volumes of material and heavy cutting conditions. Another unique feature found only on the RC5515 and RC6515 is the leading edge 14-inch wide pre-cut chamber, which provides an additional 2 inches of chamber depth, allowing grass and brush material to stand back up just prior to contact with the cutting blades, providing a more uniform and level cut. Leading edge construction of all Land Pride cutters is reinforced to withstand stubborn cutting conditions and unexpected obstacles. Standard skid shoes on the RC3515 series are bolted on and replaceable for both center and wing sections. Skid shoes on the RC5515 and RC6515 center section are replaceable and offer optional inboard or outboard mounting locations to reduce the potential for gouging. Wing-mounted skid shoes on the RC5515 and RC6515 are not only replaceable, but are also reversible, providing extra long service life. In order to provide the 3 1/2 inch cutting capacity of the RC 5515 and the 4-inch cutting capacity on the RC 6515, both series come equipped with massive 250 horsepower splitter drive gear boxes and 210 horsepower center and wing drive gearboxes, equipped with 2 3/8 inch output shafts. The medium-duty RC 3515 comes equipped with a 160 horsepower splitter drive gearbox and 110 horsepower center and wing gearbox drives with 2-inch output shafts, providing up to 1 1/2 inch diameter cutting capacity. Land Pride gearboxes are mounted on welded heavy-duty steel channel frame members. The RC 3515 gearboxes have a 4-bolt mounting flange, and the RC 5515 and RC 6515 gearboxes have 6-bolt mounting flanges to handle high startup torque loads. Land Pride is so confident in the durability, reliability, and structural integrity of these gearboxes that a 5-year limited gearbox warranty comes standard with all 3 series. Whether choosing a 540 RPM or 1000 RPM model, Land Pride provides a selection of main input and wing driveline components to match your cutting needs and conditions. Selectable Category 4 or 5 drivelines with slip clutches are provided for center and wing drivelines to protect all drivetrain components against unexpected obstacles that might be encountered in the cutting path. Category 5 main input drivelines come with standard equipment on all models and are offered with constant velocity or conventional U-joint configurations. 540 RPM main input driveline selections feature 6 spline end shafts, and 1000 RPM main input driveline selections feature 20 spline end shafts on the 1 3/4 inch drivelines and 21 splines on the 1 3/8 inch drivelines. All drivelines are designed for easy service access to lubrication points. Cutting blade configurations for grass and heavy brush cutting applications come with 2 extra tough 1/2 inch or 4-inch free-swinging heat-treated alloy steel blades mounted on an assembly made up of a 3/16 inch thick protective round disc shaped steel stump jumper and 1 inch thick steel supports. The RC 6515 stump jumper has 1 inch thick steel plate support. A 1 inch thick cross member support is used for the RC 5515. The RC 3515 stump jumper comes with a single formed 1 inch thick steel support. Cutting blade configurations for stock and residue shredding applications consist of 2 full sets of stacked blades, mounted on a 1 1/4 inch thick blade bar support. Shredder kits are available for installation on the RC 5515 and RC 6515 series only. Lower gearbox blade spindle bearings are totally shielded and protected from potential damage from discarded wire and other foreign debris by a recessed integral steel collar on the stump jumper assembly. Deck rings are available for all 3 series of Land Pride cutters to prevent blades from being deflected into the deck bottom by embedded stumps, rocks, or other ground debris. Access holes allow easy access to blade mounting bolts. The left wing blades on Land Pride cutters turn opposite from the center section and right wing section blades. This provides for even distribution of cut material out the rear of the cutter. Cutting height is adjusted by using the cylinder spacers on the center deck to achieve cutting heights ranging from 2 inches to 14 inches. The deck height can be adjusted on the go when needed using the hydraulic lift cylinder. The cutting height cylinders are attached to the rear axle on one end and spring-supported deck mounts on the other end. These spring-supported mounts help absorb the shock of running over rough and uneven ground. The wings and center section maintain their level working relationship to each other through the adjustable turnbuckles tying the center section to each wing deck. These turnbuckles are adjusted using the large adjusting nuts mounted at the rear of the cutter. Wings are connected to the center section using a 1 inch solid rod. This allows the decks to flex while maintaining structural strength and rigidity. All 3 series feature a floating cylinder design that allows wing cutting angles of 45 degrees above level or 22 degrees below level. Safety is always a high priority at Land Pride, and big rotary cutters do require front and rear shielding to protect people and property from flying debris that could be ejected from beneath the cutter. Land Pride offers front and rear chain shielding in single or double row configurations for operations in populated or high traffic areas, or front and rear rubber belt guarding for applications in pastures and light brush. 3 types of wheels are available for all of our cutters: 4, 6, and 8-wheel complements of puncture-proof laminated tires, used airplane tires, and puncture-proof foam-filled used airplane tires mounted on 5-bolt rims are available in single or dual-axle configurations. The RC5515 and RC6515 may be equipped with walking tandem center axles, which may be equipped with laminated or airplane tires to reduce structural stresses from ground shock that might be experienced during operation on severely undulating terrain or bumpy roadways. Wheel axle spindle assemblies are very affordable and easy to replace if damaged. Transport wing locks provide safe, narrow transport capability and hold the wings in place in the event of hydraulic failure. For highway maintenance or mowing around ponds and under trees, our RC55 series is offered in a one-wing 10-foot model. The 55 and 65 series are available in a choice of red, green, or Land Pride beige paint colors, and the 35 series is also available in orange to match personal preferences. Land Pride has been serving the equipment needs of landscapers, ranchers, farmers, contractors, and municipalities for over 25 years now, with high-quality products built right in the USA-Kansas heartland. Our highly reliable line of 15-foot rotary cutters, legendary product service, and support has earned us the reputation of being among the best in the business. Land Pride is truly a big cutter company. The Land Pride Plainsman, Commander, and Dominator Series 15-foot flex wing cutters will continue to meet the needs of big cutter customers now and for years to come. When you're ready to consider your next 15-foot rotary cutter purchase, step up to a Land Pride. We'll be glad you did, and so will you. Land Pride, a brand you can trust.